Good morning and welcome, dear students, to Virtual English Online class. We all are fond of reading storybooks, right? Storybooks entertain us, they give us information. They also help us to understand the characters and their problems. And sometimes they also become our virtual friendship. So let's talk about different storybooks and their themes today. So let's meet the famous children's author who have written many children's storybooks. They are Aesop's Fables, Ruskin Bond, and Roald Dahl. They have written many children's storybooks, and their storybooks are based on different themes as well as morals. So today we are going to learn about the themes of their stories. What each story tells us. What is a theme? Basically, a theme is a writer's message. Every writer writes a story based on theme. It's basically what the writer wants to give at the end of the story. What he wants to convey to you. What is his big idea in the story? What is your job as a reader? Now, when you read a story, you need to understand what the writer is trying to say from his story. You, as a reader, needs to read between the lines and understand the main idea of the story. You need to infer what is not clearly stated. You need to conclude your own understanding about the main idea. So let's understand what is a theme. A theme is a lesson of life, or a moral to be learned, or the message about life given by the writer. In simple words, theme is what the story teaches the readers. So theme is not a word, it is a sentence. It is a statement to understand what it is teaching us. It is lesson for life. Not necessarily that you have to agree what is the theme of the story, but you need to understand what is the big idea of the story, how it is connected to the world story. How can you incorporate that in your life? How to understand a theme? When you read the story, the first thing you need to understand as a reader is the central idea of the story. Is the story talking about good or bad? Or is it about emotions, that is love, or about importance of family? This can be identified by understanding the story's plot, the characters' actions, interactions, and motivations all reflect the story's theme. So when you are trying to recognize the theme of a story, ask yourself what the author is trying to convey through the characters and events of the story. When the story is read, many ideas get unfolded or events get unfolded. A story may have more than one idea, but at the end of the story, the ideas connect together to give us the big idea, the central theme, that is related to the world. What did we learn at the end? What message did the story give to the world? Here there are some examples of movies and storybooks which help us to identify the big idea or the theme of the story. Let's take Beauty and the Beast. What did we learn at the end about Beauty and the Beast? That beauty is not important. Purity of heart and soul is important. And with pure heart, you can win anybody's heart. Now, how to identify the big idea of the story? When you read the story, you have to find the clues from the quotations or phrases to identify the big idea. There's an example over here which you can read and understand that the big idea of this text was journey. You can also identify the big idea of the story through characters, actions, and interactions. The examples are underlined for you all to refer and understand. We need to understand that theme is never mentioned in the title or topic. In the topic, it is just a point that has been mentioned. Let's take the example of Finding Nemo. The title given to the movie is Finding Nemo, is a topic mentioning about a point or character Nemo. But if you see the movie, the lesson we learn or the theme we got is respecting our elders. So theme will always give you a lesson to learn. It will never be clearly stated in the book or movie. Few points to remember when identifying theme. The themes are not clearly stated. They are implied. You need to read, you need to understand. Themes are not story. They are lesson to learn. What did the story teach you at the end? So when you extract the big idea, do not get hung on plots, events, or characters, but how the story or the plot unfolds to get the main idea. Let's take the same example of Finding Nemo. Throughout the story, there were many upheavals in his life. He gets drifted from his father, meets new friends, and finds solution to the problem. But the basic theme or the big idea we came to know through the story was respect and honor your parents. Let's take another example of theme. Tim despised his old gloves and stole new gloves. What did we learn from that? Stealing is bad? This is the moral that we learn. But what is the big idea or the theme we learned? That you should work hard if you want something. Hope you have learned about the theme of a story and will be able to identify themes when you read stories.